Create Art Podcast. Project National Poetry Writing Month 2022. Hello friends, this is Timothy Chemo Bryan, your head instigator for Create Art Podcast, where I use my 20 plus years of experience in the arts and education to help you tame your inner critic and create more than you consume. This month is National Poetry Writing Month, and this is the third year in a row that I am going to be doing NaPoWriMo, as it's known. Now, what's this all about? Well, it's actually something that started up a long time ago, about 2003. And it was done by Maureen Thorson. She's a poet that was living in Washington, D.C., and it was inspired by National Novel Writing Month. And what she did is she posted her poems on her blog, and other people started, writing poems in April and hosting them on their own blog. Now, Maureen linked to them, and after a few years, there's so many people doing NaPoWriMo that Maureen decided to launch an independent website for the project. Now, as far as me, I've started writing poetry back in 1988 when I was exposed to T.S. Eliot in my honors English class in high school. Started reading poetry to the public in 1992 while I was in Abilene, Texas at Espresso Europa coffee shop. I put out my own books of poetry, starting way back in 2007 with Throwing Myself at the Ground and Missing. And then 2008, Postcards from Somebody You Don't Know. And then 2010, Wisdom from the Sack, where I did the National Poetry Writing Month. I did 60 poems in 30 days and put out a book for that. And then the latest one, 2017, Shaving Crop Circles in My Chest Hair. Again, that was a response to doing a Word of the Day challenge. Now, like I said, in 2009, I started participating in it, and I've been a huge proponent for it. This is my third year doing it on the show, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, folks, we're on day 28, April 28th, and today's prompt is to write a concrete poem. And that's like acrostic poems. Concrete poems are a favorite for grade school writing assignments. And it may not be your first time writing a concrete poem, but in brief, it's one where the lines are shaped in a way that mimics the topic of the poem. For example, Swenson's poem Women mimics curves, reinforcing the poem's references to motion, rocking horses, and even the shape of a woman's body. Your concrete poem should be complexly shaped, but relatively simple strategies can also be used to make a poem concrete. Like a poem involving a staircase, where the length of the lines grows or shrinks over time. So this one I like to call Mug of Life. And to get, a vision of it, you'll have to go to probably the website. The show notes are not going to be that great. Mug of Life. Before everyone wakes up to start their day, you, my black pot of gold, spit and bubble and steam your way into my ears. I can smell your vapors as they waft from room to room and permeate each and every room of our house. I love this bitter feeling you give as you pour over my tongue, washing away the dryness of the night's restorative dreams. The heft of a full mug of this elixir opens my eyes and provides me comfort when I get ready for life. Sipping away mindlessly and feeling the energy fill me warmth of the liquid makes me smile. My kids know not to ask too much of me before I drain the first cup of watery, bitter love from my mug. Quiet. Listening to the sounds of the birds and the rustle of the rabbits in the backyard is how I start my day. I want to thank you for tuning into this special episode of Create Art Podcast, National Poetry Writing Month for 2022. I look forward to seeing the comments that you can put on the website and let me know what you think of the poetry. And I want to know if you're writing poetry. Drop me a few lines. Let me take a look at it. I'd be happy to help you self-publish your book or give you advice or good context that I personally have to get your poetry out there. Reach out to me, Timothy, at createartpodcast.com, and let me help you tame your inner critic and create more than you consume. Let me know if you'd like to be on the show or talk about any of the topics that we do present for you here. Until next time, go out there and create art for somebody you love, yourself.